Who's getting excited for Tour de Fleece? Who? Me. Now you may be wondering, Marcy, if you're talking about Tour de Fleece, why in the world are you sitting in front of your knitting machine? Well, I'm participating in Yenta for my Moldens Tour de Fleece gift exchange again this year. She does that with her Patreon group. Done it before. It's lots of fun. Have I been procrastinating getting my gift ready? Yes, I have, because that's how my brain does things. But luckily it doesn't have to go too far, so it'll be okay. I am definitely going to prep some fiber to send the giftie. But I also was thinking of what was something else fun that I could put in the gift. And I thought of, I could try a little bag on my knitting machine. So currently on here is, in December, I was like, I can make some little market bags as gifts and it would be a quick little project. And this is as far as I got. So I'm abandoning this project. We are gonna try something else. And that something is I'm going to try out the knit weaving feature on my knitting machine, which I've never done before. You have a main knitting yarn that knits the background, and then you have a bulkier yarn that ends up sitting kind of on top of the background. A little bit like, if you're a weaver, a little bit like how overshot works, where you have like, the plain weave that makes the background, and then the overshot yarn, which is also thicker, will sit on top and make a pattern. So this is kind of, nobody explains it that way, but this is what popped into my brain. So it's kind of like an overshot. But not really, because it's different, because it's a knitting machine. I'm hoping that I can get it to use my handspun. All the things say that you can use a really bulky yarn, because for the weaving pattern yarn, this doesn't actually go through the needles or anything, so it just ends up getting trapped. You can use bigger yarn that wouldn't work on a standard gauge knitting machine, and so I thought that could be a fun way to make a little project bag and use some handspun and try a new thing on my knitting machine. I finally side tangent, I finally got the parts I need to make to get my ribber attachment for my knitting machine working. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited. Words. So I should re-familiarize myself with my knitting machine before I tackle the scary thing of trying to figure out the ribber, because scary. So let's de-scarify it. Yeah. Okay, first things first, we need to take this old project off. And this is all one piece of yarn, so I don't want to cut it, because I can just wind it back onto the cone. So let's get that out and drop this off the bed. Woo! Okay, I am gonna go wind this back onto the cone. I'm gonna go sit outside and do this, because Murph seems like he needs a break. He's been snoozing for a while. Okay, I'm just gonna start a little test with waste yarn, because I don't want to do a fancy cast on. Ooh. I don't wanna do a fancy cast on. Boing! I'm gonna take you out of here. Okay, well, I got my swatch all ready to go, so here we're gonna give the weaving thing a try. Okay, for this test swatch, I'm just gonna use some random acrylic worsted weight stuff, just to, see if I can even get this to work. Okay, I think we're just gonna give this a try. Oh wait, we're gonna hold this against there. Okay. Okay, nothing fell off. I think maybe it didn't. Maybe? Oh, no. Some of this. Oh, that's up around the gate peg. Yeah, we don't want you in the needles. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Okay, let's try another pass and see if we have any better luck. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. I don't know. Okay, is it advancing? Yes. Okay, our pattern is advancing. Oh, it's not stuck in the gate pegs. So that's good news. Is this stuck on the gate pegs? I think it is stuck on the gate pegs. Oh yeah, some of it is stuck on the gate pegs and some of it is not. Okay, well, I did come across that as something that could happen. Okay, well, maybe we just take this part off and try again. So, I think that's definitely working now. You can see your pattern. I will probably try a few more. Probably try a few of the different punch cards to see what kind of pattern I actually like. And I guess, okay, that has like a 3 stitch float. And of course, when I actually do this cotton, I'll probably put it through it'll shrink up because I'm going to do it out of cotton and then wool. I'll probably just put it through the washing machine. I guess I should also test that out. Hopefully that won't distort it too much. But since it's going to be a bag, we want a sturdy fabric. But anyways, at least this is working. Yay! So I made a few swatches. Here's our first swatch. I just threw it in the wash with the towels just to see what would happen. Obviously I knew it would felt up, but I was curious what it would look like. So the felting with the wool, it felted so much that you can't really see the pattern. So clearly I don't want to wash it and dry it like that. So I made a few other swatches, and this time I washed them on like a short cycle on cold in the washing machine, and I didn't put them in the dryer. So I did 2 different swatches with different stitch size to see what I liked better. I think this is what I'm going to go with. I was curious also what it would look like. This is with a thicker cotton. I don't think the pattern shows up super well. And then I tried also with a thinner wool, and that actually looks pretty nice. Now obviously I didn't actually do this with the yarn I'm going to use. So hopefully, somewhere, let's see. Oh, and I did try to kind of push to see what the maximum would be. This was a pretty bulky yarn, and it really just didn't work. So hopefully this is kind of a thick and thin. It does have some thicker sections. I guess we'll see. If it all works out. We may just skip the thicker sections. And this is just I plied up some random different yarns that I had spun in a workshop testing out some different techniques. So it's just kind of a random skein. We do need to go skein this up. But before I go downstairs, I figure I'm going to go ahead and do the math. We need to figure out how big we want the bag. Then just figure out with math how many stitches we need to make the bag that size. Okay, well my instinct was to say like maybe a 12-inch bag, but that's going to be getting pretty big. We should probably do it a little smaller just to make it take less time to sew up. So maybe we'll try and go for like a 10 by 12 bag, which means we need to figure out how many stitches per inch we've got here. I'm just going to do it from the stockinette side because it's obviously going to be easier to count. Okay, so that's 27 stitches in 4 inches. So that gives us 6.75 stitches per inch. And if we want there to be about 10 inches wide, we need 67.5 stitches. So let's just call it 70. We'll do 70 stitches. And then we need to figure out how many rows. How many rows do we want? Okay, that looks about 12 rows per inch. 12 times 12 inches. We need 144 rows. Okay, and then we'll add on some to make a fold over. I think we're probably just gonna make a drawstring bag, so then I'll add on probably like, we'll add 30 rows for a fold over hem at the beginning and end. Thankfully, this isn't a garment, so if our math is off a little bit, it won't matter too much. But now we have a plan. Yay! Don't get, no, excuse me. Okay, we got our yarn all caked up, but clearly Murph has got too much energy. Yeah, you're not gonna let me get started on machine knitting this project, are you? No, you're not. What are we gonna do with you, Murph? You've already been on a nice long walk this morning, and we went to the DOG-PARK and played with your ball earlier. Were you disappointed that there was no one to play with there, though? Yeah. Of course, now he's calmed down. But the minute I try to walk upstairs, he's gonna be all like, "Wah," again. I got the fold over hem all done. Now we get to start on the fun parts. Hopefully this doesn't go disastrously wrong. Also, I have no idea what's an interesting angle to wash this from. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's always so much harder to. Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. That is how are we doing? Nothing's getting caught on the gate pegs. That's good news. Okay, I'm going to move the camera because it's kind of in the way of me being able to freely move the carriage along with the best leverage. Okay, maybe we'll try with you over my shoulder for a bit, and we'll see if that makes for an interesting view or if you just get a view of my back. I don't know. We're just gonna do this for 144 rows because we're not making any shapes or anything, just a rectangle. Whew. I guess one tricky thing is that really I should be tensioning this a little bit, but then I have to push the carriage with just one arm. Oh, I should probably find my oil. I wonder if it needs more oil. Probably needs more oil. Let's go find the oil. Machine knitting and spinning wheels both, when in doubt, add some oil. Oh, I don't know where my little tiny nozzle guy went. It pacified the Murph with a nice pet session, but now I got up, so now he's re-energized. I don't know if it's always this hard to move the carriage when you're knit weaving, or if it's just needs more oil. Okay, so we finished the first panel, and now we are, can you see, almost done. We've got about 20 rows left of the second panel. This is how much we have left of the weaving yarn from this cake. I think this is going to be enough to finish up. If not, I do have plenty of other yarn we can go grab, but I think it'll be enough to finish up. Oh, I suppose I'm living dangerously, wearing a sweater while machine knitting. Oh, now we got a tangle. The cake is collapsing and tangling. I think I need to take off my socks so I can get better leverage on the floor. Definitely takes more shoulder strength to push the carriage with the weaving yarn. Helps when my feet are not feeling like they're sliding across. The patterning is messing up. What are we doing, pattern? Well, let's just make something up. Don't know what it's actually supposed to be. Okay, come on, machine. You can work right. You can do it. Well, poot, we're so close to the end and the patterning is all messing up. Well, I guess we'll just manually select them. Well, hopefully this doesn't mean something's gone wrong with my punch card mechanism. Oh, I see what's going on. The punch card's not feeding through there very nicely. I think that's what's wrong. It's all skewed for some reason. Okay, well, take it out. Let me put it back in there. Maybe my scissors were bonking into it. Okay. Let's see if we can get you fed in there straight. Maybe then you'll be... No? Come on. What's going on, you? Sorry, not you, Murphy. What's going on, machine? No. Oh, no. Well, poot. Pooty poot poot. Hey, Murph. Okay, well, we're gonna have to investigate the punch card mechanism. But we just need like 15 more rows of this. Okay, well, we managed to salvage this despite the problems there at the end. Got one float that didn't catch, so I will sew that down with some of the cotton thread. And we didn't run out of this. So I will sew down that float. And then we'll toss these both in the washer. And then see where we're at after that. So I've got my two panels here. Da-da-da-da. They've been washed and they dried. Now I'm going to give them a little bit of an iron to see if I can get them to lay slightly fatter so it'll be a little bit easier to sew them together. Da-da-da. Yeah. They're stocking it. Don't know how much it's going to help because it's, you know, got some stockinette coil going on. It's now the final week of Tour de Fleece. As you can see, I am managing to get some spinning done. Moving during Tour de Fleece really makes for a disappointing result. Don't worry, we'll do a full update in the next video about my Tour de Fleece woes. It was exciting to use some of my handspun to make machine knitting. Dang. I hope your Tour de Fleece has been going better than mine. And that your life is maybe a little bit less chaotic feeling than mine is right now. We'll see you next time. Bye.